Not much time for triumvirate worship these days. This is the spirit idol of Museo. Or so we thought until recently. We assumed it was dim and dying. You know, like the idol back in Valinor. But that's not the case at all. We were shocked. The reason it's dim is because it's receiving power. However, the source of the power is deep underground. That's what the Triumvirate has been digging for. The entire reason for their occupation. And now, it's in the hands of the rebellion. First their sword, now the idol they sought. It would seem the tables are turning. Feel free to rest for a few minutes. There's still a bit of a walk ahead.
Seriously? More walking? When are we gonna get to rest?
Trust me, you'll get plenty of time to rest. Just take a breather before we continue. This door will lead us to the tunnel, Seer. It's the final stretch, I can promise you that. Whenever you're ready, let's head on down.
What gives? This isn't the way to Valinor. But I guess you do like going backwards.
Oh, we'll get there yet. I just have some business to tend to. Shane, can I talk to you alone for a moment? Look, something important has come up. You're aware of our moles within the rebellion, right?
Alleged moles.
Yes. Well, I found this at our drop point. I think it's something you'll be interested in.
It's a letter written by Damek. Why is this important?
Just read it, Shane. It's from Damek to Valinorth's Elder. It seems your capture was just part of his plan.
What? He wanted me to get captured? Look at this. It says he hates me.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but your mission was only a cover. He wanted to kill you off, Shane.
That's not true. I refuse to believe this. I know Damek. He wouldn't do this to me.
Are you sure about that? It makes sense when you think about it. He sent you there to gain intel, right?
Yeah.
He already had all the intel he needed. That was the purpose of the Exodus raid. They mapped out our entire castle, Shane. What intel is there left for you to gather? None. Damek just wanted you out of the way.
No.
We were merciful enough to give you a chance, Shane. We could have killed you, but we still found value in your life. I think that's way more than anything Damek can say.
It really does look like his handwriting.
I have no reason to lie to you, Shane. I know what it's like to have your world torn apart. It seems like all hope is lost, doesn't it?
What should I do?
You were planning to run away, weren't you? Maybe you thought you could lose us in the crowd? It's a good idea, but there's no home left for you there.
Why did you wait until now to show me?
Because I have a favor to ask of you, Shane. And remember, I would never abandon you. I've had every opportunity to kill you.
A favor?
Don't worry, I'll still let you visit Damek and the rebels. It's just, I have something different in mind for you. A chance to pay him back, if you'd be so inclined.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, Fortum.
Yeah?
I saw you and the seer run off into an alley earlier. What were you two doing back there exactly?
Oh, we were on a date!
What? Seriously?
Whoa, don't act so surprised. You might hurt me.
No, it's not that. There's just so much going on. Are you sure that won't interfere with anything?
Of course not. I think we're smarter than that. Besides, it was perfect. We shared a Mazean apple.
Wow, how romantic.
You had to be there.
I think I'll pass. It's good to see you enjoying yourself, though. There's just too much on my mind for that kind of stuff.
Just wait until we get to the Rebel HQ, Velissa. It'll be a life of luxury, you'll see. There'll be plenty of time.
We can dream.
Hey. It's crazy! I don't know what to think. Just when I'm comfortable, something new is thrown at us. The markets, the residential districts, and the docks. Valenorth is pretty much the same no matter where you are. To see things so different? That's a real shocker for me. I'm not sure what my favorite part has been so far. If I had to choose, though, I'd say the residential district. Being able to live free from the noise and free of work? That's like a dream come true. Everywhere is so noisy. I assume you get used to the noise, but it's still there. You know what I mean, right? You just learn to ignore it. I'd rather not have to do that. It'd make things way easier. He's so cool! I love being around him. I want to learn to be more like him, if I'm honest. Everybody respects him and follows his directions. He's going to make a fine leader after this is over. I actually doubted the rebellion, but he convinced me. This cause is in perfect hands. We're going to do this. I didn't trust him at first, but he's growing on me. I know he does a lot of shady things, but only out of necessity. I have no doubt in my mind that after the war is over, he'll change. Ulrich is probably my favorite person so far. I mean, he gave me free money earlier. Free! It's all thanks to him that I got to taste a Mazean apple. That's the one thing I was looking forward to. He's been nothing but friendly since we met him. Sure, he seems strong, but he's really gentle. Who would have thought that a guy like him has a soft side? Either way, yeah, Ulrich has been great. He's teaching me a lot. Maybe one day I might even learn how to use a greatsword like him. I feel great. There's not much to say. We have everything we need in order to win. I can't wait to see our new HQ, our new home.
Wow, it's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
Just give it a few minutes. Your eyes will adjust. I remember my first time down here. I was terrified. The torches only help so much. We put a majority of them in our actual HQ. Basically, we only have them down here to... Everyone quiet. Backs against the wall. Now!
What was that?
the Triumvirate's honor guard. They're the ones that built this underground complex. We find it best not to interfere with their efforts in any way.
Why is that?
They're almost like caretakers, so we let them be. All we know for sure is that they're disobeying their masters.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's what it seems like. Rather than search for the idol, they built a utopia. I think that was the choice of the spirits inside them.
Spirits?
Yeah, they were created by the Blade of Exodus. The spirits inside are victims of their vicious occupation.
Right. Then it's just like the seer said. Wait, victims of the occupation?
Yeah, it's sad, really. They want to live again, so they built a home. Sorry about that, everybody. Those things are brittle and weak. If we so much as bump them, they fall apart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's nothing inside. They're controlled purely by spiritual energy. They were strong at first, but they're weak now. It's almost like it degraded over time. Who knows, maybe we can even power them with that blade. A bit of irony, right? Use their own forces against them.
This is all so complicated.
Yeah, and I'll admit that even I don't know everything. But we won't get to that point if we don't keep moving. So, shall we?
Hey, Valessa, watch your step.
Huh?
There's a bit of a bump here. I almost tripped.
Don't worry. I'll be fine. Let's not talk about this.
What's the matter? Are your legs sore?
No, not at all. I'm just running out of breath. Is it a little stuffy down here, or...?
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. You get used to it. A small price to pay for privacy, if you ask me.
Right.
What's on my mind? Oh, it's nothing too major. Say, can you keep a secret? Oh, wonderful. It's nice to have someone to talk to. About that suit of armor earlier, I think I scared everybody with my caution. Between you and I, that was a bit of an exaggeration. Like I said, those things are brittle and weak. I just didn't want anybody to knock them over, you know. If we kill one of them, what happens to the spirits inside? I want to find a way to free those spirits trapped inside. Something tells me that killing them won't accomplish that. This is the sole reason why I tell everybody to leave them alone. They're harmless. They mind their own business. It's my belief that we should give them the same courtesy. That is, at least until we find a way to give them more freedom. Though they don't serve the Triumvirate, they're still trapped. Nobody should be forced into a position like that. They're just like us. Spirits of family and friends. Spirits of innocent occupation victims. Sorry for rambling on. I think I'm just trying to defend myself. Last week I accidentally bumped into one. It crumbled and fell to the ground. I felt absolutely awful. It's like I killed them. Who knows how many spirits were inside that one suit? I mean, in this war, I have to draw blood. I have to kill. but normally I reserve that punishment for our enemies. We're talking about the spirits of long-lost family here, Seer. I feel like I did something wrong. I almost feel like I'm a murderer, you know? It's odd how blurred those lines can be in war. Kill the enemy leader, you're nothing short of a hero. But kill a citizen going about their business, you're a monster. Maybe at the end of the day, that's what we are. Monsters. Maybe once this is all over, I'll believe that. I guess there's one big difference between us and them. When we rule the world, we'll stop killing. That's not us. Everybody expects me to lead us to victory. They call me a master strategist and shower me with praise. But at the end of the day, I'm just following in his footsteps. Salus was the master strategist, I just worked under him. They say I fill his shoes quite well, but I don't think that's true. I think they need something to believe in. They need hope. They pushed that need for hope onto me, and I became that hope. Honestly, I think I'm more of a symbol than anything else. I'm sure you know what I mean. You're the seer. You had this role thrust upon you whether you wanted it or not. It's kind of the same for me. I'm the general. I had no say in the matter. This pressure and all those expectations, I'm afraid I might break. Do you have any advice? You don't think that would make them doubt? Their mighty leader full of stress and worry. I only told you because I thought you could relate, but I guess honesty is the best solution. Maybe I should lower their expectations a bit, yeah? I'm just Dormek. I'm not some invincible symbol of hope. I guess there's not much more we can do, huh? Perhaps we'll have some more time to talk later on. My doors are always open to you, Seer. I promise. Home sweet home. I'd like to welcome you all to our new HQ. It took some coercing with the mayor, but it's ours.
Wow, this place is incredible. And the honor guard built all of it?
Essentially, yeah. With a few finishing touches by ourselves, this is what they've been working on for 20 years.
It's crazy. All of those weapons, too. It's almost like they made it just for us.
We can dream, but I doubt it. Hey, Ulrich, Pro, can you show them around?
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Well, what do you think? This is it. This is our home. Well, it's already had 20 years. What's a few more? Am I right? Let's just call it a fixer-upper. Well, time to start the grand tour. Let's see, where should we go first? Ah, of course, the library and the barracks. The library is great for studying, and the barracks, that's for socializing. You'll definitely want to meet your new allies. So, let's start with those. After that, we can go to your personal quarters. That's right, all of you are getting your own rooms. Terribly sorry about the mess. It was impolite of me to leave it this way. Well, there's not much to say about the library. As the dust would show, it doesn't get much use. But you'll find books here on pretty much everything. It's a great place to brush up on stuff you might be rusty on. It has a decent collection too. If it's out there, it's probably in here. Feel free to use it at your leisure. It's quite peaceful. Well, this is basically our training room. It's a great place to socialize as well. I'd consider it our main hub, actually. If you can't find a comrade, they're probably in here. There's a bunch of seats at the back for when we eat meals. I guess that makes it a bit of a cafeteria too, doesn't it? Anyway, there's not much more to say. Make use of this room at your leisure. I'll meet you back outside when you're ready. Well, that about ends the tour. After this, it's just the crew quarters and the war table. I imagine this is where you'll spend most of your spare time. This room belonged to Shane. He was dear to me. I sent him on a dangerous mission to the Triumvirate's castle. He's been gone for a while, but I know he'll be back. I can feel it. So try not to get too comfortable, all right? This is just where you'll stay in the meantime. I wouldn't want Shane to think I forgot about him. You deserve a lot of rest, at least for today. Just follow me for a little bit longer. We're almost done. I'll show you where your comrades are staying. Thanks for being so accommodating. I'll meet you outside, Sia.
Shane's journal. Domek has tasked me with something risky, but I know I can pull it off. I'd never let him down, and I truly owe him my life. He wants me to get caught on purpose. I know, it sounds stupid, but if I can get behind enemy lines, my insight could be invaluable. We know a lot about their castle, but we still know next to nothing about the Triumvirate themselves, let alone the forces of the Inquisition. This is my chance to expose them. So many questions, finally answered. I'll have to brush up on my acting and make it look like I'm actually getting caught. That'll require some planning, but I'll make sure that it seems natural. They'll likely starve me, or torture me, or worse. But I'll endure it. It's nothing new to me. I've endured it all in the past before Domek saved me and took me in. I'll survive it again for our cause, and for him. All for him. Shane.
That door right there leads to the war table. That's the end of this tour. It's where things start. I'll go over our battle plan and give you an itinerary. Your training will commence tomorrow. I can't believe this is finally happening. It almost feels like a dream, you know. Well, these doors on the side lead you to your comrades' rooms. Valessa and Fortain have been given personal rooms, just like you. My quarters are here as well if you'd like to come spend time with me. I'm going to make a quick stop in my room, actually. After that, I'll meet you at the war table, alright? Take some time to unwind. You really deserve it. It's been a pleasure, Seer.
Oh, hey there! You might want to read this, Seer. I was just looking up how to save Valenorth. Current scholars are losing faith in the spirit realm. They call our reliance on the spirit idols a superstition. Without them, they say the world would be exactly the same. I disregarded it at first, but then I thought about it. Valenorth's idol has been dim for over 20 years now. Have you noticed it get colder at all? I sure haven't. But one conclusion just brings up a million more mysteries. If they aren't giving energy to the land, what are they doing? Is there some purpose to the spirit realm that we don't know? I mean, I like this hypothesis, I truly do. Forgive my blasphemy, but just hear me out. If the idol isn't important, then Valenorth is fine. That means we don't need to worry about it freezing over. It just brings about a new question. What are the idols? We know that they create seers, but what about the idol here? And what about the idol in Alarinthia that the Triumvirate destroyed? They expect us to believe that Alarinthia was always meant to be a desert? I was told that the destruction of their idol caused it to become lifeless. Either way, more studying is required, but I'm starting to think outside the box. I like that. It's almost like Valenorth was guiding our thoughts, you know? Go against the spirits and you're seen as evil or crazy. But out here, that's normal. It allows people to get more creative. I've seen a bunch of new theories about our world, and the spirits. Anyway. We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear. And I expect you to become my apprentice, Seer. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the Grand Tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle. It might be a good idea for another date, too. A bit more private than Mazeo's Town Square. If we can make it to the top, that is. I sure hope so. I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the Grand Tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else. So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this. Oh, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Seer. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Domic. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work. There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Domic said about the Honor Guard? They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valessa was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor? Good. I'm glad we're all on the same page. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valessa feels the same way. She just wouldn't speak up. I saw it in her face, back in the tunnels. I don't know how we'll free them, though. But I think it has to do with your sword. So, until next time then, I'll get back to my reading. I can't wait to see you again.
Oh, hey, Seer. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here. Remember what we talked about last time? Whether or not we should be open with the people? I was worried they'd use us to their own ends. The ability to foresee the future and change it? That's too powerful. People would pay almost any price. At least, that's what I thought. Before you changed my mind. Hiding it from the people? That's just as bad as lying. When we take down the Triumvirate, we need them to trust us. They'll be placing the world in the hands of entirely new rulers. Being open is the best course of action. I'm glad you changed my mind, to be honest. I have a feeling that hiding it would be way too hard. Domik is wasting no time telling everybody who we are. It's only a matter of time until word spreads to the rest of Mazeo. We'll need to come up with some kind of system, or something. Our main cause is helping Domik and the rebellion. But when people hear who you are and come for help, what should we do then? Honestly, I'm at a loss. Maybe I'll talk to him and see what he says. It's possible that I'm just being paranoid, right? But everyone says that Mazeans can be ruthless. I just want to help people and ensure your safety. There must be a way to do both, and I know I'll find it. Let's change the subject. This is really stressing me out. This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that? Domik says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army. I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen. But that also means they're defying the Triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too. Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind. Life can't be any fun if you never take a break, right? I know. But I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list. I guess I should start from the top, huh? Fortune has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Wanna keep me company? It's better than staying alone. Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors here. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Who's there? Sorry, you never know when someone might attack. I don't normally doze off too much, for that reason alone. It's nice to see you, though. I had a good time at the tavern. Domik said to relax, so that's what I'm doing. I've known him for years, and he's never said that. I'm surprised he's not celebrating his new pirate treaty. Even if he tells us to relax, I doubt that he's doing it. He's probably already waiting for you in the war room. Don't worry, I'll try not to keep you here for too long. I've been saving this for a special occasion, and trust me, Domik giving me the night off is really special. I don't remember the last time I could just sit back and relax. Alaranthian wine. It's quite delicious. I'd say it's the best thing to come from that horrible place. It tastes like juice, but trust me, it sneaks up on you later. Shall we? Wow. That certainly took me back. Haven't had a drinking buddy like you in a long time. People these days seem to forget about the finer things in life. Damek is always saying, train, train, train. I don't even know if he's capable of taking it easy. At least Salus knew how to balance work and fun. I guess I shouldn't bore you with that kind of talk. Your time is valuable, and you're choosing to spend it with me. Some host I'd be if I sat here and wasted that time of yours. I guess that's all I had. Too bad. The night is still young. Drinking buddies with no drinks? This is a first. What now? More about me? So you want me to bore you, huh? Well, I'm probably older than you think, but I prefer to use the term experienced. I've seen a lot of combat in my numerous years. You kind of grow up alongside battle in Alarinthia. The culture there is so steeped in war it's impossible to avoid. When you come of age, you should already be an expert in combat. I was, but I chose to leave Alarinthia behind as soon as I could. My parents wanted me to stay, but I think they wanted it for them. I came to the mainland because I knew it would be the best for me. You need to look out for yourself. Don't let others sway your opinion. At least, that's what I told myself. I justified breaking my parents' hearts. I can't make it up to them either. They've been gone for ages. They were part of a movement that wanted to change Alarinthia. Things would be better in the hands of the wise, not the strong. An admirable view, unless you were surrounded by the strong. And surrounded they were. They were killed for their beliefs. That's why I hate Alarinthia more than anything. And the way it's run. I told myself I'd come to the mainland and practice my swordplay. I'd only ever return when I was strong enough to win. If I could become the ruler of Alarinthia, I would change their laws. Every leader has that ability, but they only care about their own power. It's always a battle of the strong against the wise. I wanted to go back to that land, both strong and wise. A ruler with a different outlook? He could change everything. It's just the alcohol talking right now, by the way. The childish dream of a young man. That's all it was. This world offers no quarter to men blind on ambition. And so we offer no quarter in return. This war, it's already taken so much from us. I find myself asking, how much more will it take? Hopefully, not too much.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Good thing the wine didn't get too warm. Have a seat. This is some good vintage stuff. At least that's what the guy told me. I just asked for their most expensive wine. That job from before? I made more than I thought. I asked myself what I should do with all of it. I mean, there was a ton to spare even after buying food, All I could think of was share a drink with my new friend. So, here we are. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I'd hate to buy you a treat you didn't like. Of course I didn't. It's a gift. Kinda loses its meaning if I have to do it. I wanted to get things off to a better start, you know? Last time we hung out, I didn't really get the chance. I was worried I'd scare you away when you found out what I do. It's dirty work, but it helps us survive. Somebody has to do it, right? There's a big difference between me and a regular swindler, though. I do it because we need to survive. They do it for fun and riches. After the war is over, I won't need to do this stuff anymore. Trust me, I long for that day to come. I want to just kick back and work on my writing. Right now, I only have time for this kind of stuff. Organized blackmail, pretty much. That guy I mentioned last time, I was able to bribe him. He gave us tons of money to hide his growing misconduct. Of course, that makes it sound so bad, but you always need to get everything in writing. So we found a better way to word it. Listen to this. I offer Pro this sum of money in exchange for discretion. See? Doesn't sound too much like shady business, does it? Information is a huge market, and so is stopping the flow of it. Everyone is so caught up on doing stuff to make money, and here I am able to make it all by staying my hand. You just need to think outside the box a bit, Seer. Anyway, enough about that. We should talk about the important stuff. How are you enjoying the new HQ so far? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Although I really hesitate to call it new. We basically lived here before getting the deed. It was more of a formality than anything. Anyway, that's not really important. I'm glad that you like it. We're stuck here. Honestly, I'm having a really great time. It's not often I get to put everything on pause, but right now, I don't have a care in the world. If we have more time, want to do this again? I mean, time might be pretty scarce in the future, but what little time I have, I'd totally spend with you. Right, that settles it then. I'm glad we were able to, push past that awkward stage. You know, the whole, hey, I'm a swindler part of this. I promise it'll be good times and wine from here on out. Though I still think you should be my workout partner. Next time, maybe I'll challenge you to a little race. I guess this is it then? For now, of course. It's getting late. You shouldn't keep Domek waiting too long. As much as I hate to cut this short, I mean, it's nice to just push aside all responsibilities. Let's make a habit of it. It'll be like a ritual of ours. Thank you, Seer.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food. I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strap to your back pretty much gives you away. Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest and should be treated as such. I appreciate it. It's hard to keep tabs on everything nowadays. I'm trying my best, but so much slips through my grasp. Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a seer after all. It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more. The occupation. We all lost something special that day. But some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazea, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. It's complicated. I don't remember what my parents did exactly. I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos. I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it. This brooch, it used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation. I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it. How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know? I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong. You can't win a war with sentiment, after all. I have a certain image to maintain. But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself. Good, then it's settled. We'll make sure to do this again. There's plenty more to talk about. And sorry for venting about the occupation. It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more. Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, Seer. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely. I'm glad you came, Seer. So tomorrow we'll begin your training with the Blade of Exodus. But in addition to that, we'll have to train you in swordplay as well. I think Ulrich should be free. I can't really think of a better teacher. We think that the more you use it, the more you'll tolerate it. If you're like me, you got overwhelmed the moment you touched it. It's about adapting. Slow exposure will help you become stronger, but we're also in a rush, so I've worked out a schedule for you. It balances both exposure therapy as well as combat training. There's a bit of free time in there too. You'll be needing it. Now, there's one more thing. The spirit idol we discovered is right down there. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll have to show it to you later. It's also where I chose to bury Salus, our former leader. I guess I can be sentimental when it comes to that stuff. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Now, let's go over your...
Domik, come quick!
Pro, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a meeting here.
The meeting can wait, Domik, please! Grizz is here and he's causing a commotion!
What? All right, let's go. We should probably talk to him, Seer. I'm pretty sure I know what he's after.
Stand down, Grizz.
I only want to see Domik. We had a deal, and it's his turn to deliver. Don't forget, I'm the only reason you're down here. Please, Ulrich, stand aside. Insubordination isn't your style. Good. Now, Domik, it's time. Unless anybody else wants to challenge me.
Now, Grizz, let's remain calm. I fully intend to hold up my end of the bargain. There was just some important business to take care of.
Yeah, I know. But all the pieces are in place, Domik. Will you please take me to see it?
I suppose I can rearrange my schedule a bit. Sorry if it appeared like I was going back on my word.
I'll accept that apology when you take me to the idol. I'm sure you understand. I'm past the point of buying time. Make sure you bring that new friend of yours as well.
Very well. Shane? Shane, you're back!
Domik.
Shane, I can't believe this. I was so worried we lost you. Did they hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Pro, go grab some water, quick!
No, Domik, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Pro. I'm sorry, Domik.
For what? Oh, don't be silly, Shane. I'm the one who should be apologizing here. It was foolish of me to send you into danger like that. Shane?
Shane, what have you done?
Sophie, now!
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Look, Halen, even the suits of armor are still alive. All the time in the world, and they didn't even act.
Pitiful.
Leave.
Or else, what?
I'll kill you.
So dramatic, Ulrich. You've certainly grown. Where was that bravado 500 years ago?
You're outnumbered. Don't test me. If Dominic dies, we'll find another leader. You've done no real damage to us, Sovi.
Is that so?
Seer, come with me. Let the rebels keep the enemy occupied. I have an idea, but you need to do what I say.
Oh no!
Ulrich, what's going on?
I don't hide behind a sword like you and your seer. Now tell me, Ulrich, how does it feel to lose to me? To see everything around you crumble and fall? Perhaps now you regret changing sides.
Never. This isn't over, Sovi. Stand back, both of you.
You thought you had everything under control. Abandon Valanorth, gather your forces, and attack Balteus. It would work if we didn't have you in our grip the entire time. All we wanted was to destroy Mazeo's spirit idol, Ulrich, the final idol in all of Alestia. The sickness almost cured. I know what you're thinking, though. The vision of Valanorth? The seer saw only what the Triumvirate wanted him to see. A trick to lure every single one of you down here. It worked! And after I kill you, the seer's life and that blade will be mine. May the Triumvirate reign eternal. I'd ask if you had any last words, but you don't deserve the satisfaction.
Not so fast! Alex, do it now! Where's everybody else? Valessa? Fortim, the seer?
It's too late.
It's never too late. Come on, let's take them down. They won't get away with this. They can't.
There were some supplies back in the crew quarters. I was able to treat your wound. No vital areas were harmed. It's almost like he did that on purpose. Unless you got really lucky. But he wasn't lucky. I'm sorry, Seer. He's gone. But we can still fix this. This is what I've been wanting all along. A chance to tap into that idol's power. Please, let me take your blade. This is the deal I made with Damek, to free the spirits from those suits of armor. Please, Seer. There isn't much time. 20 years ago, I led the occupation with Sovi. The people I killed, they're trapped in those suits of armor. If you give me the blade, I can use the power of that idol. I'll release those spirits. I'll give them the freedom they deserve. I need to do this. It's the only way I can make up for what I did. And without the Honor Guard, this battle is won. Your allies can easily fight against Sovi and his men. There's still a chance to win here. We need to take it. I know why I recognized you and your friends back at my office. During the occupation, there were people that looked just like you. I was just following orders. Trust me, I regret what I did. All of it. Your parents, they were in Museo during the occupation, right? It's more than coincidence. This must be happening for a reason. They aren't dead, Seer. They're trapped in those suits of armor. Sent there by me. Let me free them, Seer. It's what they would want. It's what they all want. Here, I've got you. I stopped serving the Triumvirate the moment I got the chance. Being forced to live in those suits, forced to wear their colors. Nobody should have to suffer such a fate. We can fix this. I picked up some information when I served the Triumvirate. That blade has the ability to bend its power to your will. It all depends on what the wielder wants it to do. They want power, and so it gives them an army. We want freedom, and so that's what we'll have. Please, Seer, let me do this. It's all I ask. I know it will kill me, but I've come to terms with that. It's a fitting punishment, considering what I've done. Please. Very well.
No! What have you done? There's so much you don't know. There's no one here to save you, Seer. Your life is mine, and the rebellion is no more. May the Triumvirate reign eternal. So it is true. The spirit realm is... Remember my mercy, Seer. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Another one down. Come on, Auric, pick up the pace. If you lose this, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, we're keeping count. Then I think Alex and his crew are winning. But at least now we know who Damek chose.
Where's Sovi?
I think he's gone to the idol.
Then that means... It does! Shane, retreat!
But Sovi...
He'll catch up later. Let's not do anything stupid.
What should we do? Should we chase after them, Ulrich?
No, let them go. We can't risk being led into another trap. They hit us too hard. We need to mitigate the damage.
We're a team now. We're here to help. If there's anything you need us to do, just say it. We owe Damek everything. He changed Mazeo's future.
Thank you, Alex. I have a feeling there's a lot of work to do. But before that, let's take care of the honor guard.
Roger that.
What's going on?
It must have something to do with the idol.
But they said Sovi was down there.
I think I saw Grizz carry Damek and the Seer down there. Sovi wouldn't want this to happen. So that means...
They're still alive!
They must be. Come on, let's go. Alex, man the tunnels.
You got it.
Wait! Hold on! Bro, look! What happened? How did you survive that?
He was totally convinced that you died. I can't believe your luck. I'm surprised.
I thought they were going to kill us. but they didn't. I don't really know what happened.
They didn't attack us. They pushed us to the ground. It's almost like they wanted us to stay out of harm's way.
Yeah, we wouldn't have stood a chance in combat. I don't know why they wanted to help, but they did.
I think I know. Never mind. Where's the seer? Ulrich, take us to see him.
Right, of course. They must be by the spirit idol. Damek too, it's not that far. Follow me.
Mom? Dad? Thank you.
Gaze into the abyss after a lifelong journey and plead. Beg for the answer to your most undying question, and tell me what would frighten you most, being left in silence or hearing an answer. The pursuit of an answer is more defining than the answer itself, for no truth can compare to the truth we've conjured in our head. Hearing an answer may rob us of purpose. We prefer silence. But sometimes, the silence can be maddening. We can convince ourselves that purpose is not important, self-destructive. Purpose breeds strength and victory. We desire victory. We need no name. A name defines an individual. We are many, and therefore cannot be defined. This body is merely a tool. It bends to our will. We know how confused you are. It's always the same. Come with me. There's still much we need to do. Damek, right? That's the name of your leader? You said that name in your sleep. You called out to him, but only we responded. He lives. We took care of that while you slept. We will tell you both. There is much to discuss. With the exit cut off, we have sufficient time. A funny concept time. Perhaps another day. He should have been awake by now. His wounds were grievous. He was saved. We were limited, but we did what we could. Rise.
Sailors? Am I dead? What's going on? Sailors. How are you alive? How am I alive?
Salus, the name of this vessel. He no longer lives. Do not use this name. As we said before, no name is required. We simply exist.
Please explain. I don't understand.
You will have a seat. You may be satisfied. Nor perhaps not. We have some answers, but not all of them. Trapped, as always. Do you trust your comrades? We think they are your only hope.
If they survived.
Yes. You will ask, and we may answer.
Who are you?
The idol is no more. Its energy was released. It may still glow, but it will soon go dim. Lifeless. Energy must be stored somewhere. Less wasteful. Much of it went into that sword you carry. Some of it was used to heal your wounds. The rest? Well, we found a vessel to use.
A vessel?
This body expired long ago. It offered no resistance and no identity. We thought it would be fitting. We desired a voice.
Who is we?
We are what you call the spirit realm. Until now, our power was stored only in objects. That, and vessels which had their own voice, like you.
So, let me get this straight. The power released from the idol healed us, and it took over Salus's body so it could talk.
Correct.
So, I'm talking to the spirit realm right now.
A portion. The rest resides in his body and the sword. However, the spirit realm is just a term you created to define us. We are more than that, and we finally have a voice in your world.
Are you peaceful?
That is a relative term.
Are you going to hurt us?
No.
What is your purpose?
An impossible question. Do you know your purpose?
No, I guess not.
We only wish to aid you. Please do not question. It would please us greatly to see the triumvirate fall. We are their victims, just as much as you are, Domic.
Victims?
You do not know the truth of what we are. It is understandable, because we could never tell. Using this voice, we wish to make our suffering known. And using this body, we wish to enact our vengeance. If this is acceptable, we will join you after rescue. If rescue comes, that is. Until then, we talk.
Of course, but you need to explain. What is the truth of the spirit realm? Were we so wrong that you needed a voice?
We do not blame you for your interpretation. Given your situation, it made perfect sense. But yes, you were wrong. Very wrong.
They must be down with the idol.
Can we even get down there?
Go back to the crew quarters, Fortin. You too, Valessa. Bring us some equipment. We should be able to reach them if we dig.
Of course. What should we look for?
Pickaxes, shovels, stuff like that. Anything to help us get through that rubble.
Right.
Hey, are you sure you don't want to join them? Shouldn't they have some sort of protection?
No, everything will be fine. Alex and his forces are on guard. Nobody else will be coming or going.
Then what about Sovi? Do you think he's down there?
No, he's probably long gone.
I didn't see him run off anywhere. We were all in the tunnels, weren't we?
That's the point, Pro. You don't see a man like him. He comes and goes as he pleases.
Oh, okay. What should we do while we wait? Are you sure you don't want me to help them?
I'm certain. We need to talk, Pro.
About what?
Let's say Damek did fall in combat. What would we do then? What's our next step?
I don't want to think about that. Losing Salus was more than enough. I'm sure he's alive. We'll find him.
But what if he's not? We need to think, Pro. Things would be in our hands.
Our hands?
Yes, we'd be the new leaders. How would we come back from this?
I don't know if we can.
And that's why I sent those two away. I don't think they'd be ready to hear this. There's a very real chance that the seer is dead. If that's the case, then there's nothing we can do. We'd never be able to win this war conventionally. That blade in their power was all we had, Pro.
I don't know, Ulrich, but I feel like they're alive. They wouldn't give in so easily.
I guess we'll find out.
And we need to trust in the spirits, right? They showed Damek a vision of our victory.
But they also showed Valenorth's destruction. We know that was false. They attacked our HQ instead.
Are you saying the spirits were lying?
I don't know, Pro. It's too complicated for me to say. But something tells me that we can't trust the spirits anymore. If they come out from that tunnel, it'll be as changed men.
The rulers of this world, the Triumvirate, already you take up arms against them. This is good. We were unable to do so in our current state. We were trapped.
Trapped?
It all happened in the blink of an eye. Our glorious monarchy, destroyed in an instant. They showed no mercy. They showed nothing. Something happened. Something beyond words. We were simply living life, and then we were not. They forced us to watch them defile our world.
I don't understand.
Neither do we, but that is what happened. They stole our future, and our bodies. We were prisoners, bound by celestial chains as they had their way with our world.
So they didn't create Alestia?
No. But they created you, the new residents of Alestia, built in their image of perfection to counter our corrupt nature. They stole our world and our future, handing it off to you.
This is incredible!
We do not share the same opinion.
No, I meant the story! I can't believe I'm hearing this right now. We always knew there was more to this world.
This is why we needed a voice. We've suffered for eternities, unable to speak, forced to watch, and cry for help upon deaf ears.
I have a few questions.
Of course.
So, the spirit realm is more like a prison, and it held you and your people captive? Huh. Then what are these visions and idols all about? Almost all of our culture has been built around them, especially Valenorth, which is where the seer comes from. Rumor has it that the Triumvirate wanted to destroy the idols.
Over time, we were forced to adapt. We changed. The idols are manifestations of our desire to reach out. They gave us the ability, however minimal, to speak with you.
The visions, you mean?
Yes, but our power was limited, and we were censored. This is why we could never tell you the truth through visions. Whenever we did, the Triumvirate made you see something else.
That's what they did this time then? We saw Valenorth getting attacked and strategized about that. But it seems like their plan was always to attack us down here.
Indeed, which is why we chose not to create another idol. Instead, we chose to influence the members of their honor guard, the barracks, the living quarters, the weapons. We did it all for you. We did it so you would survive this trap and help us seek vengeance. It seems the cost was dire, but we succeeded. We shall succeed again. We wish to aid your assault on Balteus and take back our homeland.
So you come from Balteus?
We lived all over Alestia, but Balteus was our capital. The castle there housed the monarch, our king or queen. We may have been corrupt, but we lived in peace. We were happy.
What do you mean by corrupt?
We are not certain. Perhaps there is inherent evil in all of us. The Triumvirate deemed that a flaw, and rewrote the world. When your kind was first made, you were mindless slaves, forced to carry out the Triumvirate's bidding. No free will. That is a gift we gave to you through the idols we created. Slowly, our corruption merged with the purity of your kind. That was the first step. After that, we created seers, beings capable of hearing our plight and leading insurrections. To this day, all have failed. We were not strong enough.
Wait, I know where this is going.
Yes. That is why we gave the seer all of our power. Enough to wield that blade against your creators and our captors. The timing seemed correct. It is a gamble, but with favorable odds. However, there is another matter at hand. There is no more spirit realm. The idols are all gone, and the power resides within us and that blade. The power within you, Seer, is immense. You carry on our legacy. So now, I will call you what you are. Rightful heir to the throne of the monarchy, my king. I will serve you in this fight to take back our world, and together we will all be free from their grip.
King? Maybe we should slow down here.
We must not. To slow down would be giving them time. They've had enough. We've watched for far too long. The weight of our kind is upon you. Do not let us down. As you command.
Domek, we were so worried that you... What?
At ease, Ulrich. I'll try my best to explain. Everybody, let's go back to the atrium. There's much to discuss, and I'll tell you all the truth. Things just got a lot more complicated. For all of us. I guess this is it. Where do I even start? They say that mercy is the mark of a great man, but there are no great men in war. We've seen that here today. War is only a game to see how much you can lose before giving up. But trust me, we will never give up. Join me, brothers and sisters. Grab a blade from the floor, even if it belonged to their honor guard. Take it. I'd prefer that. The Triumvirate may think they've crippled our resolve, but no. Each swing of that blade will carry the weight of our fallen comrades behind it. We will use that weight to crush their army and make them pay for this attack. When the Triumvirate looks down on that blade in their final moments, I want them to know that they sealed their own fate. Mark my words, family. The Triumvirate shall fall. They will burn for what they've done here today. And in the end, they will beg for the mercy they were too unkind to give to us. We will free this world from their grip and deliver it to the hands of the righteous. Our dynasty will be marked with blood, yes, but theirs was marked with far more. The Spirit Realm has given us one final blessing. The truth. Standing here before you is not Salus. He has become a vessel. This is the Spirit Realm embodied, powered by our underground idol. Driven by the howls of countless spirits, he seeks vengeance. But he has also brought with him the answers to our every question. No longer shall we live in the dark. We know the true nature of things. We are not the only victims of the Triumvirate's wrath. The Spirit Realm is not what we believed. Not at all. What we cherished and worshipped was a prison to house the previous residents of Alestia. Residents that were deemed too corrupt by the Triumvirate. As they were pushed aside, we were created to serve. The Triumvirate did not create our world, but they did create us in the image of perfection. We were pure and existed only to follow their every order. But over time, the previous residents reached out from their prison. Growing in strength, they created what we called the Spirit Idols. These were used to slowly give our people the gift of free will. Though pure, we lacked the abilities to be ourselves. This was the greatest gift we could ever ask for. They opened our eyes, allowing us to fight back. But so far, every insurrection has failed. This is what we will change, thanks to the Seer. You see, the Spirit Realm is no more. All of the energy in that realm has found a new home. Some of it is in this vessel, and some of it is in the blade. But the largest portion resides within the Seer. That is why he is uniquely capable of wielding the blade. Alestia's previous residents, the ancient monarchy, are responsible. They saw a way to help us defeat the Triumvirate and took it. But you see, we no longer fight for ourselves. We fight for everybody. If we lose, both us and the monarchy perish. We cannot let this happen. We are the only people capable of carrying out this objective. There won't be another chance. No more seers, no more blades. We will show them that their vision of a pure world is flawed. But in order to do so, I must step down as the general. You see, this army is no longer mine to lead. I'm sorry. This new truth changes both the world and our cause. As I mentioned, the Seer was blessed with immense power. But what he truly has within is the souls of the monarchy, giving him the strength to use that blade. He is our champion. But he is more than just our champion. He is our king, rightful heir to the throne of Alestia, our true ruler. By decree of the spirits, we are his to command. If you'll excuse us, we need to make some new plans. But I'll have an itinerary posted in the barracks by morning. Until then, please do your best to clean up this atrium. And please, bring the bodies down to the Spirit Idol. It seems only fitting, and there's plenty of room. With that said, you're all dismissed. Thank you. Well then, back to the war table. We need to talk about our next step. Without a bigger army, we won't win. And I think I know what to do. Come on, bring your friends too. I'll grab Ulrich and Pro. Let's do this.
I always knew you were special, but a king? And no more spirit realm. What's going to happen?
That is so cool, Seer! Or I guess I should call you king now. Or maybe monarch? I don't know, it's just cool!
I hope that we can work all of this out. Let's go plan our next move with Domik. I wonder what he has in mind for us.
I bet it's something amazing. He might not be the leader, but he's still a strategist. We need to make sure that we come back from this loss.
Yeah, we can't let their deaths be in vain. Like Domik said, they need to give us strength. The only thing we can do is hope that it's enough.
So, we need to find a new army. But recruiting Mazaeans would take far too long. We need to take drastic measures and fast. This is where my initial plan comes into play. We can use that spiritual energy to create seers. They could see the outcome of every battle, every attack.
That doesn't make any sense, Domik. Visions lied to the king, led us into a trap. The Triumvirate could just do that all over again.
I'm not sure that's how it works. Beforehand, the visions came from their prison. That means the Triumvirate could tamper with the outflow. But now, all of that is in the hands of the king. There's nothing more getting in the way, see what I mean? The power of the spirit realm is now ours to wield, Ulrich.
That still doesn't make any sense. The spirit realm isn't what we thought it was, Domik. It was just a prison. How can that help us tell the future?
That was our culture. We all had this ability. It is how the monarchy lived in peace and prosperity. There was no danger left unchecked. No chance. The world was being guided to the one true future. It is not unlike the concept of fate that some believe in, but it is tangible. We knew where we were going. Always. That is why the Triumvirate was such a shock to us. An unknown variable in a future we completely mapped out. It was too late to adapt. We were already shackled. We slowly learned to lend our foresight to your world. However, we were only strong enough to help one individual. This is the concept you have learned to call the Seer, or Seeress. Domik's theory is sound. There is no longer any interference. The source of this power is now the king, rather than a prison. He can freely give this power to any individual he pleases.
Can he give it to himself?
We would not recommend this course of action. Every vision he induces would reduce his overall strength. It would whittle away at the monarchy, slowly killing us all. Furthermore, he does not know how to ration this power. He could end up expending almost all of it with a single vision. We would recommend giving a small portion of power to others. However, they would be rendered useless after this war. Using this power would be too much for their mind.
Useless?
They would be unable to think for themselves, or at all. The king could only do this because he grew up with that power. Just like our culture. To receive it too late can wreak havoc on the mind.
So they'd just sit around until they died?
Unless you fed them.
There must be another way. Just look in front of you. That energy could be used to bring back the forces we lost. We could create more vessels for the monarchy. More soldiers.
We would not advise this action. We can barely maintain this form. The wounds that ended Salus are burning, as if freshly inflicted. It is only tolerable because of the immense power within us. Lesser beings would be feeling eternal pain, and death does not come easily to a vessel like this. Wounds endured during the war would add to this pain. We would not wish this punishment upon anybody. Life in eternal pain. a constant memory of their own death. They perished for your cause. Give them the rest they deserve.
I don't know. An army of seers would be great for strategizing, but stealing their own future from them? That's wrong. On the other hand, bringing back the dead? I'm unsure.
The pain would fuel their rage and make them stronger. They could eventually learn to manage it with medicine. At least they'd have a future. The seers certainly wouldn't.
There must be something else we can do.
Not if you wish to make use of this power. It is powerful when used, but limited in scope. I will help the king carry out whichever he decides.
Right, I guess it's not my place to choose. Sorry, I must be still adjusting to this change.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I really can't help you this time.
You're asking too much of me. Sorry. This isn't something I could possibly decide.
Very well.
So, there we have it. What happens next?
I will take the king to the idol and help. After that, we must all convene in this war room. A strategy is required for this newfound army.
Absolutely not.
Ulrich, we have no other choice. Our forces require more than one major boost. Going to Alarinthia, we could convert them to our side.
They don't want to be converted, they want blood. Plain and simple. Who? I've never heard of this.
Apparently they follow after ancient ideals. An Alarinthian legend that wanted to change the nation. So far it seems like none have been strong enough to do so.
It's because strength always wins. Plain and simple. And with strength and power, they don't want anything to change. They only want to secure their own rule. Alarinthia is always the same.
Well, the mainland has never reached out before, right? If we team up with them, yourself included, we could win. If that's not possible, then maybe we can cut a deal with Draku.
Draku? He wants nothing more than to flex his power. He may rule over Alarinthia, but he's no ruler, trust me.
Well, I think we have a good opportunity for him, actually. What better way to show strength than to dethrone gods? There's a couple of avenues to take here. We need to do this.
Excuse my lack of enthusiasm, Domek. I think there are more pressing matters at hand. We still need to decide what to do with him.
We require no maintenance. We simply wish to fight and teach. Our legacy demands to be passed on.
There you have it. I don't think there's anything we can do. He won't be of any harm to us, right?
That's what we thought about the Honor Guard. Are you really going to gamble on the spirits again? What if there's a chance he's just lying to us, Domek?
We have no reason to lie, and we do not appreciate this accusation. Using the Honor Guard, we fortified these tunnels. It is thanks to us that you survived this ordeal. Many of our citizens were sacrificed in order to do this. Controlling the Triumvirate's forces was taxing, to say the least.
Then why did they kill almost all of us during the attack?
Our control was strong, but not strong enough. It was easy for the Grand Inquisitor to overpower us. Until today, he had never set foot in these tunnels. We do not mind answering questions, but we do mind being accused of wrongdoing. Everything we've done to help your cause.
To what end?
The Triumvirate's end.
I think we should just trust him, Ulrich. He's answered so many of our questions. Things make more sense now, wouldn't you say?
What should we call him, though?
We do not require a name.
You might think that, but you still need one. It's out of convenience, not necessity.
Convenience?
Yeah. Nobody really needs a name. It just helps us talk to one another, you know? It's especially helpful in battle, or while strategizing.
Very well. We will think of a name.
Hal.
Huh?
That's what Domek said, right? Driven by the howls of countless spirits. It seems fitting, given the circumstances.
Valessa,
We accept this moniker. However, we must discuss another matter. This strategizing you speak of, we wish to help.
That's my job, actually.
And look where it got you.
What?
Your blind faith in spirits caused all of this. Our judgment will not be clouded. We wish to take your place. Remember, you are no longer in charge. This is the King's choice. We wish to be your advisor, Monarch. We've watched this world for almost an eternity. We know how the enemy works and thinks. It would be the wisest course of action. Domek is responsible for this catastrophe. He would be unfit to give you advice in the future.
That is absolutely untrue. In this world, we learn from our mistakes, Hal. We don't condemn others based on bad decisions.
Perhaps that is why you are easily oppressed. There is no room for error in these final days. Perhaps in the future, you can atone for this. Very well.
Thank you. Those matters aside, we still need to make our next move. There's an upcoming ball in Alarinthia. It's held annually. The palace is open for a few days only. We can go. It's likely that Vivian will make a move against Dracu. If she does, we can use that as an opportunity to form an alliance. If she doesn't, then we can seek out an audience with Dracu. Either side would have a wealth of forces to offer. We need their aid if we're going to win the final battle. I'll get the boats ready. We can leave tomorrow morning. I'm sure Alex will be able to give us a capable ship. If we're going to make this ball, we need the best of the best. Ships were part of our terms, so I'm sure he'll be able to comply. Meet back here in the morning, all of you. We can go over any last-minute stuff before we leave. The rest, we'll have plenty of time to discuss on the voyage.
We must express displeasure at your decision. Domic made a mistake and remains unpunished. The lives that were lost beg for justice. We are that justice. Honor? Honor is a term used to stay the hand in difficult situations, Monarch. When the final drop of blood must be spilled, and your honor stops you, what then? Is the future of our world on the shoulders of those so weak? Do not concern yourself with honor. The enemy does not, and this is why they win. Concern yourself with the correct actions, not the right ones. That is all the advice we have for you today, Monarch. But we do not trust Domic to make the right decisions in the future. The fact that he left the Honor Guard alive is proof of that. He hesitates. This hesitation will not go away simply because he knows what we are. The truth of the spirit realm does not change strategy on the war table. With that said, we will leave you be. Ruminate on this in the future, my king.
Each year, Dracu holds a ball. Essentially, it's to show off his power. It's open to the public, which means Vivian will likely make a move. I'd say it's either an assassination attempt or a tournament request. During the ball, we will meet with both of them. Our goal is to secure an Alarinthian army to help us out. If we do this, our chance of success will increase tenfold. Each party, if they're willing, will likely request something in return. It may be impossible to avoid being caught up in Alarinthian politics. If it comes to anything extreme, we will have Ulrich help us out. I trust there are no objections? We will set sail immediately after this meeting. I've already arranged transportation with our pirate allies. It's a 24-hour voyage, so pack your essentials. Food and drink have already been pre-packed. None of us should go hungry or thirsty during the trip. And there are enough beds for us all to sleep too. The voyage will be a nice time to get some relaxation in. However, once we get to Alarinthia, we have to be serious. Our success directly affects our odds of surviving this war. We've ensured that our comrades received a proper burial. They're resting with the spirit idol and will close off that passage. For their sake, please leave it undisturbed. They deserve rest. However, the bodies you imbued with power have started to move. They will accompany us to Alarinthia and help our cause. Thankfully, they accepted this fate. There is no confusion. We have our army of vessels, Monarch. Hopefully, you'll get to meet them soon. With all of that said, I think it's time to end this meeting. Are there any questions before we head to the shipyard? Remember, once we leave, we may not be back for a while.
What exactly happens at this ball?
I'm not sure. Dancing and feasting, I'd imagine. Dracu wants to pamper everybody he can. That's his goal. If his people are happy, then there's less fighting over the throne.
So, basically one big party, then?
Correct.
Awesome. The last party we were ever going to have was cancelled. Let's say we finally have your induction ceremony, eh, Seer? Except now it's not for being a seer, it's for being a king.
Just try not to draw attention to yourselves, all right? It may be a party, but Alarinthia's fate will change behind the scenes. Remember why we're there, and don't lose sight of our original goal.
Of course.
Why didn't Vivian make a move at any of the other parties? I guess I mean to ask, what makes this year special? What if we go there and she ends up doing nothing?
If that happens, then we focus on Dracu. At the end of the day, we still have an option. We're just planning for many possible scenarios.
All right.
Very well. Dismissed. Let's pack our things and meet at the docks. We'll set sail in 3 hours, so don't be late.
We've been given a room in the crew quarters. Please stop by and see us before you leave. It is important for us to learn more about you. Until then, Your Highness.
What happened, Sophie? I thought you had everything under control. Get in, kill the seer, and destroy the idol.
It's not that simple, Halen. I tried my best, and it wasn't a total failure. We've dealt them a blow from which they'll never recover.
And you think the Triumvirate will be okay with that? They don't tolerate failure. I'll get dragged into this too. I don't want to suffer due to your inability to succeed, Sophie. Let's not even mention the Blade of Exodus. You just let them walk away with it. I can't believe you were so foolish.
Don't worry. We'll get the job done. They'll be happy enough with Damek out of the picture. It'll buy us time while we formulate another plan, Halen.
If you're lucky enough to get another chance, you mean. You'll need a pretty good excuse to get away with this.
I hesitated, Halen. I had him in my grasp, and I hesitated. There was something in my head saying not to kill him. The same instinct I always listened to and am praised for. That instinct has yet to let me down. I feel like he was meant to survive this battle. We'll have more chances to kill him in the future. Besides, with the condition I left him in, he'll be an easy target. Next time we cross paths, even a child could take him down. This isn't as bad as you think, Halen. Today, we won.
For your sake, I hope they buy that excuse.
No, Halen. We must never tell them the truth. Tell them the seer slipped through our grasp. I trust you to keep this silent for the time being.
You want me to lie for you now?
It's for the best. Just trust me. I would do the same for you, Halen. Together, we will acquire any lost honor.
Fine, but next time I'll watch you. If you can't finish the job, then I will. There's no place for hesitation in a time of war.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
You look conflicted.
I said I'm fine.
Look, you killed Damek, Shane. I can understand what you're going through.
Oh, can you?
Yes, I did the same thing in the past. Before I joined the Triumvirate, I killed them all. Liars and cheaters deserve no less of a punishment.
You looked so sad, though. Like, how do I know what you said was true? A face can say a lot more than words ever can.
He was sad because he got caught, Shane. He thought you were dead, so he didn't expect it. You rose from the grave to deliver your vengeance. That is an opportunity he shall never have. He didn't hesitate to send you to your death, remember? There's no reason to give him a courtesy he never gave you. Offering that olive branch is a good way to get yourself killed. There's no going back now, Shane. You're one of us. After what you did, you're their enemy. For good.
Huh?
Yes. But you are no longer an enemy of the Triumvirate. They will sing your praise and give you your every desire. The victory of our battle was all thanks to you, Shane.
I'm not sure how to feel.
Sometimes you need to act rather than react. Push those feelings aside and focus on survival. There are many rebels who will seek you out for revenge. And I expect you to show all of them the same treatment. Welcome to the Inquisition, Shane. The right side of history.
Bodies everywhere. Screams for help. Blood flowing. Corpses held tightly in their arms. They cry for the lost. But the lost do not answer, for they have no voice. He feels shame, like he's responsible for all of this. But soon after, he feels nothing at all. Until he rises again. Vengeance controls his mind. It drives his clouded judgment. We see the future, as expected, but also the past. We see your death, Monarch, even if it didn't happen. Why does time play such tricks on our memories? Are these memories, or perhaps echoes? That is what I wish to talk to you about, Monarch. Our mind is overwhelmed, but not in the usual sense. We expected you to say that. We've heard it before. It's almost like you had no other choice. Interesting. Things are different now that we're free. So different. Exiting that prison has taken its toll on our minds. And there, our sight was limited, but not anymore. Instead of just the future, we see everything. We see the past, and consequences of actions not taken. The possibilities are infinite, and this is hard even to fathom. We must narrow our vision. These details are unimportant. We may not be of much use at the moment, Monarch. It will take some time to adjust to these new circumstances, if we choose to adjust, that is. Further evaluation is required. We see a past where we failed to save you, Monarch. You fell to your wounds, and Alestia had no hope at all. Domik, too. The failure of the rebellion was certain. Pirates rushed to help, but not led by the same leader. Ulrich sacrificed himself to use the blade and create an army. The Monarch vessels, or perhaps the created seers. Why do you say that seeing these things is important? It is death and carnage, the loss of all hope, and ultimately, death. Only one thing remains constant in all of us, the Blade of Exodus. We saw you say this as well. It led to ruin. Our culture was always focused on avoiding the wrong future. We've never thought about seeing numerous versions of the past. But we are sure that we see these things for a reason. Perhaps there is a secret to find, or a link hidden between them all. As we travel, we will do our best to learn more about these visions. We simply wish to make you aware that they exist. It is the opposite of everything we've ever encountered. But at the end of the day, so are you. A huge anomaly. It pains us to see visions of your death, Monarch. Future or past, it is something we wish to avoid. You carry our legacy. You are everything to us. We request some time alone, if you'd give us the honor. We will do our best to focus on more positive things. Sharing an apple in a back alley, a growing bond. Alcohol brings forth childhood dreams, dreams of change. You grow close to a comrade, despite their two-faced nature. A man seeks family to replace the one he never had. There is a girl who finds the strength to succeed in her friends. We wonder where we fit in amongst this group. We hope we can.